I'm going to be talking about how we embrace creativity with technology at SayGames. I hope you like it. If you have any question afterwards, give me a shout, get in touch with me on Pi platform. So let's start. Let's start with the Q1 results. Appenny have released their data for first quarter of this year, and we're very happy with the results. Delete One Part is a number 2 top downloaded game globally. Sushi Roll is number 6. Again, we're very happy. Delete One Part, based on public data, has reached 80 million downloads. Sushi Roll has reached 75 million downloads. So again, we're very happy for our developer partners, and we're open to new partnerships. If you've never spoken to us, get in touch, and we're very happy to explore the opportunity with you. So today, I'm going to be talking about the technology and tools that we provide to our developer partners. And as you may know, we have launched a new developer program earlier this year, which is called SayHero. SayHero is designed to bring more developer partners on board, because historically we've been working with a very small number of developer teams. Up to fourth quarter last year, it's only been around 10 to 12 teams that we've been working with. So we decided we're going to expand our developer program. And the first thing we did is we launched SayHero. So SayHero is a portal which we developed from scratch for our new developer partners. It is designed as a self-service portal where any developer can apply for a program, integrate our SDK, upload a few video files as a gameplay footage, and our creative team will go ahead and create video ads, and we will launch an initial marketing campaign to figure out whether any particular game has a potential. But we're doing this not just to test a lot of prototypes. We're doing this to actually find new long-term developer partners for SayGames Publishing. We would like to work with more developers, and we have created a program to scout for new teams out there and give everyone ability to upload their prototype and to see whether any particular game has a potential. And then if we see that a game has a potential or a particular team has a potential, we provide different financial options for a team to be able to complete the game or launch the game globally with us, or to develop a completely different game if an initial prototype doesn't show great metrics for a global release. So we have launched the program in February, and by end of April, we had around 300 applications. We're currently testing with around 100 teams, and we're expecting a first game from a SayHero program to be launched this quarter, sometimes in June. So what is SayHero? SayHero is a portal, and it's very easy to start working with SayGames by applying for SayHero program. And the main goal of the portal is to see the initial metrics of a particular prototype. And it's all very easy to use. It's very fast to integrate the SDK, to upload the videos. and set everything up on Facebook and Google Play, because we tend to test on Android. When this is all done, we launch a campaign, and the next thing that happens, a developer will see initial metrics in real time. So what we're looking for initially are the three basic metrics, which are the CPI, the day 1 and day 3 retention, and ad impressions on average, that a particular that users consume on average in a game during the first 24 hours of gameplay. That means that we don't, in terms of initial metrics, we don't go beyond these three, and the goal is to quickly start initial test, see the potential of marketability, and see the first product metrics such as retention and ad impressions, and then decide whether a game is ready to be improved over time, whether a team needs a financial support to actually finish the game, and whether we can provide a more tools and technologies for a team to be able to iterate on the game and make the game better, improve the LTV, etc. So in terms of the basic metrics, it's all very simple. A developer can see the daily CPIs, which is an industry standard. You can see the clicks, the installs, the click-through rate on a Facebook platform. You can see the install rate, so you can improve your app page in real time. So it's all very helpful for to start improving the metrics of the game. Important thing is you can see the CPIs based on particular creatives. So this way we can see what creatives work better, which creatives work better, which gameplay moments work better. So we can measure the CPI against particular creative, so we can iterate on the game in the future and decrease the cost per install. So again, SayHero provides an ability to quickly integrate the SDK, launch the first test, and see whether the game has a potential for future improvement and scalability in terms of the key metrics such as retention, monetization, the cost per install, as well as sessions, which you're able to see as well. It's important to have a longer playtime, and the longer the playtime is, the more engagement you have in the game. So this is something that we also provide in SayHero, and you can see that for a particular game, you can see that, and with the X amount of devices, we saw a playtime in seconds, and the number of sessions during the first 24 or 48 hours of gameplay. So SayHero is the first step to see whether a particular game has a potential. And when we launch the first prototype iteration and we see the potential, this is where the fun starts. Because to be able to actually complete the game and launch it globally, there will be many iterations with our product data tools that we're going to provide, and this is something I really want to focus during the next few minutes. So this is where it gets really interesting. So apart from retention rate and CPI, play time, and initial ads consumption, there is so much more data that you can use in order to improve and iterate on your game. So Another tool that we have for the teams that have passed the initial test is called SayLauncher, and this is how we actually build our long-term relationships with our teams by providing all the technology and tools that we have in place, so they can really iterate and improve their games and work with us on a daily basis with our team of producers, with our analytics team, with our creative team, to be able to take the potential that we see in the initial test and really create a great product that will bring tens of millions of downloads over the next few months after the global launch. So the first thing that is very important is A/B tests. This is something that we start doing just after the initial test at SayHero. So, for example, on this screen you can see that we can compare retention for different versions of the game in real time. And for example, you have a particular version of a game and you launch it on the store, and then you gather some product data for that particular version, and then you launch the next version where you think that you have made some improvements, and then you compare these two versions. Let's call them version 14 and version 15 in this particular case. But we go a little bit beyond that, and what we provide is called a remote config. It's SayLauncher. So what we are able to do is we are able to make the changes in the game remotely in real time when the game is launched, and also we're able to split the user base between and version A and version B for one game build launched in Google Play. For example, you can see that version 18.1 and version 18.2, they have the same amount of players, because it's an A/B test. So we split the audience between these two particular A and B tests within the SayKit, within the SayKit SDK, and you can see that the version 18.1 is actually winning in terms of day one retention. And why this is helpful? This is helpful because you can test a different game balance. You can test different level order. You can test inclusion or absence of a particular game feature in one build. So, for example, you have implemented a game feature, and you're not sure whether this feature is gonna work great for your audience. So the way to test this is to launch an A/B test and make a remote config for a particular version where in version A you have this feature and in version B you don't have that feature. This way you can compare lots of metrics against this difference and actually see whether this feature is a good idea or not. So a retention is just a basic feature that that allows you to see the direct impact of people returning to a game on the next day or the day after next, etc. So retention. Another thing you can measure against those A/B tests is level churn. Another very important thing to see is the lose rate and the level churn. So this is all being done internally at our SayKit Analytics. All the data that you see is available for you at the dashboard, and you don't have to implement or integrate or use any third-party analytics to actually track the data. And why it works great is because you have everything in one place. You create a game version inside the launcher. You set up an A/B test, and then you see all the data in real time, including for example, how a particular game creative affects your metrics based on the A/B test that you've launched previously. So, for example, on this screen we can see that 18.2 version has one lose rate, and 18.1 version has another lose rate for the audience. So that's the average. That's the average of percentage of how many users lose on a particular level, and a lose rate directly affects your churn, and churn is not great for your metrics, obviously. So you want to decrease your lose rates. You want to make some of the levels maybe simpler. So so the lose rate is gonna drop. So you're gonna improve your retention and LTV. So so in this particular case, you create two different A/B tests, and you test it against this particular metrics, and then you see how a new feature or a new game balance affects your lose rates and churn, which affects your LTV in the long term and improves your product. So, and this is the level churn for launcher. And for example, you can see the level completion funnel based on the A/B test that you have on your current version of the game live. For example, you can see that one version performs much better than the other in terms of the churn. And this way you can see that, for example, I have set up a different level order to put the simpler levels in early stages of the game, so people don't churn that much during the first 10 to 20 levels. And you can see that for this particular case, it works so much better for the game, and this is all possible by a simple A/B test set up directly in SayLauncher, and getting the data in real time helps you to improve your game in the long term. Same goes for level playtime. So game session is one important metric that we use to measure how long people are playing during day 1, day 2, day 3, etc., and how many sessions they're having every day. But another thing which is the next step for the player behavior measurement is level playtime, and you can see that different game versions can have different, for example, game balance or level features, etc., which leads to different playtime of a particular level in seconds. Why is this important? This is important because the shorter game loop you have, the more ads you're gonna serve in a hyper casual game, which means you will have to balance your levels and game against the level playtime, because if you have a very long playtime for a particular level or all the levels on average, you're going to be seeing a very long play cycles, which means the ads are going to be served every, for example, 100 or 120 seconds versus a standard 30 to 40 seconds interstitial. So long playtime on levels leads to lesser ads being served to a user. And SayLauncher really allows you to be able to test, iterate, and launch A/B tests in order to improve on that metric as well. So, and this is just the basic stuff for being able to see how many seconds people play on a particular level on average, and what the impact it brings to ads serving. For example, on this image, you can see that version 18.1 had 9.5 interstitials during the first 24 hours. And for example, 18.2 had 10.3 interstitials during the first 24 hours, which means that this version performs better in terms of the level play time, in terms of the churn, and this will lead to a higher LTV, and this will lead to a higher retention. And this is how we improve our products, and this is how we launch our hits with our developer partners. So this is it for today. If you want to work with us, if you want to see how we work with SayHero program, if you want to use our tools in order to bring your next hit to a market, please get in touch with us on the Pine platform, or email publishing at SayGames by by or go to our website say.games and submit the form. And welcome to SayGames, everyone. If you have any questions, please free to reach out to me or ask the question just after the session. Thank you very much, everyone, and have a great day. Bye-bye.